me watching my hands.
Hold threes.
Thank you, Harry.
All right.
So, where did this, let's talk about the obvious first. Let's get that out. Where did that come from?
It came from part one.
Now, that was you?
That is me.
Can we get a live performance?
It's still me. For a nickel, you could hear no. It's really not ch or ha ha or anything like that. It's really and what it is at the end of the first film, the biggest problem with part one was that the killer does not arrive until reel 10. And it was my job, dramatically, one of them was to create the killer from the beginning of the movie. And of course we never see the killer, so it's pretty tough to create something that you never see. So I just thought we'd have to hear it. But if you go back to reel 10, you'll remember a close-up of Betsy Palmer's mouth where she's saying, "Kill her, mommy, kill her, mommy." And it goes from supposedly Jason's voice to her voice. And I thought to myself, this is somebody who hears voices. So I just took K-I from kill and M-A from mommy. I know it's bad spelling, but nevertheless, I went to a microphone and went, and then we ran it through a gizmo and it came out, and so that whenever, if you go back to the picture, whenever the killer, the camera POV is the killer, I just drop that in, and then of course, then you know it's the killer. So I basically put the killer into the first 9 reels of the film.
Now, obviously, no one expected to be as many sequels as they were.
No one expected any sequels, forget about it.
But what's amazing to me is that noise, and everyone...
Hey, that's not noise, man, that's creative sound.
That bit of art.
Creative sound design.
I mean, it's literally become absolutely synonymous with the character of Jason.
It has.
Anytime anyone says Jason, is that ever far off when you're thinking about it? You know, and that's just amazing. I mean, did you ever think that it would be that?
I never thought anybody even go look at that film. More or less, there'd be 9 or 11 sequels. No. How did you know my last name? No. I just wanted to say one thing about this film, and I was quoted and misunderstood. This was probably the hardest Friday the 13th to score. And you're going, why? And the reason was because it was totally different than all the other ones. And just like Dick was saying that he didn't know, he knew the end of the film and couldn't tell anybody else. My problem was that I knew the end of the film. So I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but when I'm doing a picture, the people in the film to me are real. I think of them as the real people, not these maniacs here, but the actual people in the film. I think of them as real. And because I saw the film, I knew that it wasn't Jason who was doing the killing. So consequently, I'm scoring this thing as opposed to knowing exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? I had to fool myself to think, well, yeah, I'm going to like build this up. I'm building. I'm going to scare these people like crazy. But I know for real that it's really not really happening. You know, so it was really hard to score, and I had to work really hard. And it was so hard that I had to work so hard.
Really hard.
It was really, wait, you know what? And that's when I started to smoke. But you know, someone said like, you know, like, what was your favorite or your least favorite? And I say 5. And why? But they always say, well, you didn't like 5. And I was like, no, the reason I didn't like 5 was that it was really hard. And it was a lot of work. And it was, again, it was a different mindset that I had to put myself into.
Well, we're glad you did. Let's hear it for Harry.